Hi, I'm Mark Levitt, and welcome to another smokin' version of Bad Lyrics. Today I feature the art pop prog group, the Moody Blues. So let's get into talking about the Moody Blues. I just like saying Moody Blues. Okay, so let's talk about the music of the Moody Blues. Now, growing up, the Moody Blues was always a large question mark to me. I mean, I like their radio played stuff, Tuesday Afternoon, Nights of White Satin. But I never actually met anyone who was a big fan of their music. If you own any of their albums at all, you own one, and it was like more of like an oddity or like just a collectible, but you never actually put it on. It was like one of those things you just had if you were had eclectic tastes in music. But I like their radio playable stuff. It was different. It was strange and interesting. But they were a little too esoteric for my 17-year-old musical tastes. When I bought more than one album, I just couldn't get into it. It was just a little too out of left field for me, and I didn't really get into it. And if you listen to their music today, you can't really make that much sense out of their lyrics. And that's what I'm really here to talk about today, really how indecipherable a lot of their lyrics are. So let's go talking about one of their bigger hits today, Tuesday Afternoon. Now, Tuesday Afternoon, what the hell does the song mean? Can anyone tell me? Anyone at all? I mean, what the hell? Give me a clue. There's a thin line between whimsy and confoundingly irritating lyrics, and I think they crossed it. Guys, Moody Blues, you crossed that line. You really did with the song. I mean, let's go into it. Let's start discussing it and see if we can actually glean any meaning from this song, okay? Tuesday Afternoon. I'm just beginning to see. Now I'm on my way. It doesn't matter to me. Chasing the clouds away. All right. I'm looking at myself. Reflections in my mind. It's just the kind of day to leave myself behind. So gently swaying through the fairyland of love, if you'll just come with me, you'll see the beauty of Tuesday Afternoon. Tuesday Afternoon. Okay. So the narrator says he's looking at himself. Okay? He's gently swaying through the fairyland of love. Now, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be derogatory to anyone's sexual preference, but this has to be the gayest line I've ever heard in any song known to man. I mean, gently swaying to the fairyland of love? If someone asked Liberace whether he'd ever swayed to the fairyland of love, he'd probably look at you like you were crazy and tell you to man up. Because that line is gay, man. That's terrible. It's ridiculous. And also, what the hell does it mean? How do you gently sway in the fairyland of love? Would this be it? Is that gently swaying in the fairyland of love? Tell me, because I want to do it. Okay. The next line is also frustrating in its lack of detail. It doesn't give you any more information to draw from. It says, something calls to me, the trees are drawing me near, I've got to find out why. Those gentle voices I hear explain it all in a sigh. Okay. All right. So we know that something is calling to the narrator. The trees are calling the narrator near. He wants to find out why. He hears gentle voices who, quote, explain it all in a sigh. How could a sigh explain anything? A sigh is inherently ambiguous, okay? There's no information contained in a sigh, okay? It's a noisy exhalation. That's it. It doesn't have any information to draw from, okay? I mean, we need answers here, goddammit, and we're not getting them, okay? There's no information here in this sigh. Why the fuck is it Tuesday afternoon? And why are trees calling this guy near? Only to sigh in his fucking face. Why is this happening? We don't know. The song doesn't let us know. It's damningly irritating, isn't it? It's ambiguous as hell. The song sucks. Okay, I'm done with that song. Next, I'd like to go on to the classic. Now this, if Tuesday Afternoon is a classic, this is even more of a classic. It's Nights in White Satin. Now, this was innovative in terms of the full orchestra background, the interruption of a spoken poem in the middle of the song. But again, what the hell does it mean? Tell us. Okay? Let's read it and let's see if we can draw any meaning from this song. Okay? Nights in white satin, never reaching the end. Letters I've written, never meaning to send. Nights in white satin. I mean, shouldn't it be nights in black satin? Wouldn't that make more sense? I mean, nights in white satin would be like an Oreo cookie. It doesn't really make any sense. I mean, maybe it just means white satin bed sheets, which I figure it means letters I've written, never meaning to send. Yeah, it doesn't give you any information here. I mean, was he writing love letters? Or was he writing angry letters to the editor of the Huffington Post? It's not really clear here. All right, let's try the next line. Gazing at people, some hand in hand, just what I'm going through, they can't understand. All right, so this guy is gazing at people, walking hand in hand. Now, you would think they would be a little self-conscious if some stranger is just staring at them like zoo animals. You would imagine they wouldn't really give that much of a shit what he's going through if he's staring at them like he's some kind of a horny homeless guy. I mean, you wouldn't think they would have that much sympathy for his plight. But, I mean, any inner turmoil this guy was going through would be erased by the fact that he was staring at them, okay? I mean, if sympathy and compassion is really what this guy is after, he should have exercised a little more discretion. That's what I think. I mean, don't go out in the middle of the street and look yearningly at passerbys. That wouldn't be the way I would go. Okay? Just would. It's a social no-no. Okay, pal? It really is. Okay. And then the next line says, and I love you. Yes, I love you. Oh, it's really, really definitive there. Oh, how I love you. Oh, how I love you. Historically speaking, expressing fervent love and pining away for some woman in a song doesn't really work. The chick would have to be equally into the dude and want to join him in his white satin sheets for it really to work. Because if the girl is only into him so-so, thinks he has good taste in music, thinks he's a good listener, it's not going to work out. It really is not. She may not respond to it, oh, how I love you. Yes, I really, really love you. She'd be like, get a grip, pal. Then in the song, it inexplicably switches into that spoken word poem entitled Late Lament. Kind of jarring, especially if you're listening to the song on a Walkman and you're jogging along, and suddenly this guy breaks out in a freaking vocal poem. I mean, you're like, what the hell, man? I'm trying to exercise here. And they just tack it in. No, it's like they said musically, but wait, there's more. After the song is done, but wait, we have a beautiful poem to get to you. Now, offering a poem at the end of the song is like tantamount to giving somebody an after-dinner mint. I've just had dessert, okay? I'm done. I don't really need anything else. I don't need a spoken word poem, okay? Okay, I'm good. Anyhow, in the final analysis, it occurred to me that the Moody Blues intentionally made their lyrics obscure and ambiguous to confound their audiences. It's my impression they liked being mysterious. It made them feel weighty and important. The opposite to groups with straightforward lyrics, like Herman's Hermits. So if you like your lyrics straightforward, without subtext or obscure literary allusions to mythical elves, I mean, look elsewhere. This is not the music for you. Anyhow, that's been it for today's look at the deep, the symbolic, the confoundingly irritating music of the Moody Blues.